Hello, Critical Beauty Salon followers. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Today, I have a wonderful, amazing, beautiful guest. She is Ashley Subijano Montenegro, and she is running to compete in Miss World Philippines 2022. So I can't wait to actually chat with her and to converse with her. And as you know, Ashley's mother was a former Miss World Philippines from 1994, Caroline Subijano, who made the top 10 Miss World 1994. So I'm so excited to finally meet Ashley. So we're just going to wait for her when she enters the chat room. I think she is in. Okay, let's welcome her. Good morning.
Hello, hi.
Hi. Do you want to fix your screen?
Am I sideways? I'm sideways.
You're sideways. Your head is lying on the wall. Okay, that's better. That's much better.
Hello.
Where are you?
Right now, I'm in my abuelita's house in Makati.
Oh, okay. It looks like you're in a hallway or something.
Yeah, I'm just in the guest room. That's my dog's pee pad in the corner over there. It's not mine.
I love it. How old is your dog?
He just turned 1 year old. His name is PJ, short for Prince Junior, because his father's name is Prince, and he's a Yorkie Terrier mix.
Oh, that's so cute. How did you find him?
He was actually a gift to me. So two of my good friends, Daryl and Phoebe, had Yorkie Terrier mixes. They bred them because they wanted puppies of their own. And they gave me one of the eventual babies.
Oh, that's so cute.
He's actually my first dog.
Oh, you never had any dog before?
Oh. No, I grew up with cats, rescue cats. So I would say I'm 50-50 a cat and a dog person, but my goodness, taking care of a dog is so much more work.
Oh, definitely. It's funny because I have a dog too, and she's also part terrier. And she's a rescue dog. We rescued her from an animal shelter, and she's about 2.5 years old. Her name is Willow. Her official name is Princess Willow. That's her official name. To me, she's a princess. So listen, I'm so finally happy to meet you, at least virtually, because I've been following your journey to Miss World Philippines on your social media, and I didn't know anything about you, so I had to Google you and do a little research. I Googled you, baby. I found a lot of dirt, but I'm not going to talk about the dirt because we all know nobody's perfect, right? So, so, so I know that the Miss World Philippines pageant is what, a month from now? When is it? Is it like June 5th?
Yes, June 5, the day before my birthday.
Ooh! So here's wishing that.
Yes, I'm sure people know what I want for my birthday this year.
Yeah. First question, what prompted you to join Miss World Philippines competition?
Well, of course, being a Filipina.
Yeah.
Being a Filipino, we always had a strong sense of Filipino pride, and beauty queens are glorified so heavily, not just for their beauty, but also for how vocal they were. What I love about Miss World is how much more they empower their candidates to speak up. Rather than just 30 seconds on stage or a 1-minute speech, they really let them speak their minds about different issues. So that's what really enticed me for Miss World amongst all the other ones.
I was gonna ask you, did your mother have anything to do with you joining Did she
Uh-huh.
push you? Did she pressure you?
Mhm. That's a commonly asked question, but really, no, because I
No.
grew up not knowing that she was a beauty queen, or even when I learned, oh, your mom's Miss World, I didn't really know what that meant. She never really talked about it. So I find it interesting that I still came into my own, also modeling, also being a beauty queen. She
Mhm.
mostly encouraged me to focus on my studies, get good grades, do well in
Yeah.
school. Um, but I think similarly we found our own paths that aligned and our own kind of journeys.
Mhm. To some people who don't know Ashley's mother, she is Caroline Subijano. She competed in Miss World 1994 and she made the top 10. And that was the year when India's Aishwarya Rai won Miss World. How is your mother doing now?
She's doing very well, working very hard because she works in the States. I just saw her a couple of months ago. Her and my stepdad came and visited me throughout March. It was really replenishing and encouraging for me to see them. And she calls
Mhm.
me every day now.
Oh, that's wonderful. Where in the States does she live?
California, Bay Area.
The Bay Area. Oh my God. I grew up in San Francisco, the Bay Area.
Really? Oh, I was born
Yeah.
in Fremont, California.
That's not which is not too far from San
Mhm.
Francisco. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful, beautiful part of the States. I miss the weather.
I'm sure it's cold on the East Coast.
Well, yeah, I moved to Massachusetts years ago. So, but I love the four seasons, and I like the changing colors, especially in the fall. It's just
Mhm.
beautiful, and of course, winter wonderland. So I can't complain. Now, your father is Hans Montenegro, and he is in show business. He's an actor,
Yes,
correct?
he was.
He was. Okay. Okay. How is he doing?
He's doing really well. He's very proud of his corporate life. He works for Accenture because aside from his life in show business, he's always been very intelligent. He graduated from Ateneo as well as the University of Santa Clara for his master's. So when it was time for him to exit showbiz, he was happy exercising other parts of his careers, which is his master's in psychology.
Wow. Wow.
Mhm.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Um, you know, preparing for a major competition like Miss World Philippines, of course,
Yeah.
you have to do what you have to do in order to succeed. What do you think has been the most challenging aspect of your preparation for the competition?
That would be exercising flaws of mine that are much more difficult to progress in because having trained for Miss Charm since this January of
2019.
2020, yeah,
Yeah.
December 2019,
Yeah.
I really got a lot of time to focus on, transforming into a beauty queen. But some other things like different aspects of my body or modulating my voice, I found that they were a bit trickier for me, even with all of my practice. So just
Mhm,
ensuring that I have consistent progression.
mhm. Are you training with a specific camp?
Yes, I am proudly part of Aces and Queens. They have
Okay.
mentored me.
Okay. That's, yeah, one of the best pageant mentors and camps in the country. I mean, we all know that. Now, of course, I would think as a beauty queen and as a very social person, you have a lot of friends, I would think, right?
Yeah, sure. I feel.
Well, how would your friends and your family describe the real Ashley in 3 words?
Ambitious, loyal, and sleepy.
Well, I can imagine how many hours of sleep do you average, like a day?
A very sad number.
Like four?
Because it's hard, having being a full-time college student and being a beauty queen, having my small businesses and still making time for friends and family.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So
Mhm.
ambitious, loyal, and sleepy. Three character, three qualities that define Ashley. Would you consider yourself a dreamer, a doer, or both?
I was a dreamer as a little girl, but
Okay.
as a woman, I'm a doer.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. And I think you're on your way to eventually fulfilling your dream, right?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Thank you for being a part of it.
As you know, we all have our own personal fashion sense, personal style. How would you describe your personal style?
Zendaya would definitely be one of my greater fashion inspirations because her body is very model-esque. We're both 5'10", and we have a mixture of embracing our femininity while also holding a little bit of conservatism. So I definitely love how she puts pieces together and angles outfits.
Okay, that sounds. How old is Zendaya? I think she's what, 20, I think.
No, she's a couple years older than me.
Oh,
Because I
really?
grew up watching her Disney shows.
Okay, for some reason she always still looks so teen. She has this very
know.
teeny bopper, look about her face. That's good. Would you say you come from a privileged background?
You know, that's an interesting question because my grandparents are wealthy. I've always known that. But my start in life wasn't exactly privileged at all because when I was a baby up to a toddler until my mom remarried when I was 7, my mom was a single mom. There were points where, her and I really didn't have much. We were in the States because she wanted to raise me there. The economy wasn't great, and even points where she was unemployed. So it was really the grace and generousness of extended family that would help us out. But that period and those memories I have from then onto experiencing a more comfortable, privileged, stable lifestyle, it really gave me a wider spectrum of experiencing different social classes.
I know, living in a developing country like the Philippines, people would say there's still a big socioeconomic disparity between
Yes, there
the
is.
rich, between the rich and the poor, and there's hardly any middle class. And not to mention that I think most of the upper echelons are dominated by people from very privileged backgrounds. So I think hopefully, with the election of a new president, all that will change for the better. And eventually, we'll see Filipinos' standard of living improve.
Yeah, I agree.
Crossing our fingers. Now, here's an interesting question. Is it possible to live a normal life and not ever tell a lie?
I don't think so. Because the way that humans were created, we are, flaws are ingrained in us. So things such as lying, feeling jealousy, even hatred, although they may be sins, they're very natural and we all go through them.
Right. Okay. I totally agree. What about this one? Do you think, coming again from a famous and privileged background, do you think that a person's name influence the person that they become? Just because your mom was a former beauty queen and your father was a former entertainer, do you think in a way they both influence you as a person?
Absolutely. Because even them as who they are, they're the ones that raised me and, gave me the values that I've carried on. And the expectation of who I was meant to be, it was always placed upon me since I was little. So as you age and as you progress, you have the lessons you learn, but you also build that maturity to be able to pick and choose, okay, from these examples, what do I want to take? What do I want to change? What am I proud of? And what do I recognize needs to be different?
Do you feel closer to your mom or to your dad?
My mom, because she's the one that raised me, and also to my stepdad, because he is also the one that raised me. Okay. But I've always had a good relationship with my father. I visited him very, very often from the States and the Philippines.
Okay. just reading some of the comments in the chat box. Somebody's asking, Ashley, what advice did you receive from your mother? I guess advice meaning, as you compete in Miss World Philippines. Has she given you advice?
Yeah, she gave me a lot of advice, but for Miss World, she told me to really feel comfortable with translating who I am on the inside to who I am on the outside. Because since I was young, even through when I started acting, I was never really expressive, which is often why people got the wrong impression of me at times, just because I have this natural shyness. So she said, Ashley, when you feel most comfortable, you're always glowing, your eyes are smiling. Share that with the world. Don't be afraid. Don't be scared. Just be yourself, embrace who you are, and other people will embrace you as you too.
Exactly. I 100% totally agree. The problem with some pageant contestants is they tend to compete with others rather than actually competing with themselves. Because pageantry, I think one of the main goals of pageantry is to allow the contestant to become a better version of herself.
Absolutely.
And I think the Ashley from, let's say, last year or from 2 years ago, it's not the same Ashley as now. You have improved, I would say, tremendously, emotionally, physically, intellectually, and everything. So that's a very good advice. And I think everybody out there should heed to Caroline Subijano's advice. Wonderful. Let's talk about philosophy. Where do you find meaning in your life?
It's often oversaid that people find meaning from love, from their loved ones. And I agree, but in a different way. I think it's the connections and the beauty that we see from other people. Because you don't have to love someone to help them. And you don't have to love what you do to still learn from it. I think it's how we perceive things, what we take from it, and what we choose to enjoy.
Good one. I like that. Ashley's giving me goosebumps.
Are you cold? Is it cold in Massachusetts?
No, actually, it's like very spring-like now. It's about 60 to 65 degrees outside. Fahrenheit.
Lovely. Good to know that with global warming, we're still getting spring.
I know, right? Right, exactly. Here's another interesting question. We all have fears, we all have phobias. What is your greatest fear?
Drowning in open ocean.
Really?
Do
you know how to swim?
I know how to swim. I'm just still terrified of open ocean because there could be sharks and whales and jellyfish and all of these other hideous creatures that you don't want to know that could be touching you and biting you. And yeah.
Well, there's a solution for that. Just don't go swimming in the ocean, period.
Exactly.
Avoid any circumstances that would allow you to be in the middle of the ocean. Don't take a cruise, Or if you have to fly, what are the chances of the plane like crashing into the middle of the ocean? I think that's pretty much zero chances, So good. Now, here's something practical. What are your thoughts on the legalization of marijuana? Because marijuana is not legal in many countries in the world. I know it is in America, where I live, in Europe especially, but not in the Philippines. Do you see marijuana being legalized someday in the Philippines?
I do, and I hope so soon. Aside from having been partially raised in California, I also have friends, family members who have had specific illnesses that are treated by use of marijuana, and it was safely prescribed to them, and there was a significant difference in their symptoms, the effects, and of course these have translated through so many countless studies. I think that when we remove the negative stigma against hallucinogens, depressants, antidepressants, then we can really start to see the medical benefits, and we can separate fear from the the right to help people with what we have on this world.
Right, exactly. I think eventually it boils down to choices. The whole, I think, one of the controversial topics I know in America is, that every person has the right to his or her bodily autonomy. So what I think personally would be better for me, for my illness, if I think eating marijuana-laced cookies would cure my illness, then heck, who is the government to tell me to stop eating it? You know what I mean? So again, it's that freedom of bodily choices and stuff. Good. Here's an interesting question. If you could meet or have lunch with somebody famous, dead or alive, who would it be and why? Ash.
Priyanka Chopra. Because even before I learned she was a former Miss World, I genuinely was a fan of her as an actress. I loved her show Quantico, which was, I think, her American debut. Yeah. And then when I started Googling her more, like, okay, one, she married my childhood crush, Nick Jonas. And I'm not jealous because I love them. And after YouTubing all of her different videos and even public talks, I really found her so inspiring.
Yeah. She just had a baby through surrogacy.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. I can't wait to, just follow her journey and become, from beauty queen to actress and now a mother. So, it's amazing. And of course, we all love Nick Jonas, I think
I'm so excited for their child to come out beautiful when they're older and start singing and acting and winning, the next Miss World of whenever they join. It's going to be a talented kid, I'm telling you.
Speaking of talent, do you have any talents?
I would say making money.
Really?
I can't sing, I can't dance. I've acted since I was 7 and I am not very good at it. But really being a businesswoman and being so interested in many different ventures, it's something that I would say I am talented in. And as a young woman who's still in college that's exercising this, I look forward to exercising my talent as I progress.
You know what? I think, isn't there a talent competition in Miss World Philippines? It's an optional.
You will not see me participate, but you might see me in the B-roll waving and smiling.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Well, you can still enter the talent part. Let's say maybe you can give a little workshop on how to save money. Things like that. People would love that. A workshop on adulting 101. How to survive. Crazy world of ours. Good. Here's a good question. Ashley, of course, being business-minded, if I gave you $1,000, what would you do with it, girl?
Invest it. Easy. Because there's so many different tangible ways to even make money nowadays. And from what I've learned through not just my studies, but also my self-studies, is the world presents so many opportunities, but you spend so many years and hours studying, so you know when to grasp at these opportunities. So researching your investments and being involved with the right people that can really help get you far with where you put your money and how you make it work for you.
When you, let's say, when you see like a coin or a dime lying on the floor, do you pick it up or do you just ignore it?
If I have hand sanitizer, sure, I'll pick it up. Money is money.
Money, exactly. Money's money. Remember, you cannot have a dollar without a penny. You need a penny to be a dollar. Okay, remember that, folks. Money is money. Here's a fun question: what item in your closet have you had the longest?
Probably my raggedy t-shirts that I use as pajamas, because they're comfortable. And I don't know, maybe I got this from my stepdad, but I would see him reuse pajama shirts throughout the years until they would literally fall apart by the threads. And I mean, if you're so comfortable and you're not embarrassed just being at home with your loved ones, then
Exactly. Yeah, nothing beats comfortable clothes. A lot of people would say, okay, well, I dress for fashion. You know what? You can be fashionable, but if you feel uncomfortable, what's the point? So I think it would be a great combination of being fashionable and comfort at the same time. So that's great. Well,
and
hold on.
I'm 5-inch heels.
Hold on to your old clothes because you may need it someday. Don't never throw them away. Now, here's another philosophical question. If freedom is simply being able to do what you want, are animals freer than humans? Think about your dog.
He's certainly spoiled, but I wouldn't say he's free because like our children, our pets also have rules. This is our roof, so they got to follow our rules.
Right.
And everything that we do is to protect them. Even like a child, I'm sure that they're curious about anything and everything in the world, but that is because they don't know how it really is. And so rules are meant to protect those who do not know, as we do for our animals. I'm looking over because he's sleeping on the bed.
Oh, that's right. I'm looking at my dog. She's lying on the couch. She's also sleeping. That's funny. But you know what? However, wild animals, I think they're free. They can do what they should be able to do whatever they want because they're wild. We can never domesticate them, right? So no matter what rules you impose, honey, you can never tame a wild animal. That's good. Okay, here's a good question. What is the hardest piece of criticism that you have ever received, and how did you deal with it? We all got criticized.
It would have been when I was a younger child, even a teen, and that was from my stepdad telling me, Ash, you've always had potential. Everyone knows that, but what you lacked is determination to apply yourself even when things got tough. And this applied towards acting, towards all the sports, because I was a former varsity athlete, and even on my academics, I always knew that I was talented and that I was capable. But what I lacked and what I didn't find until I was an adult was that focus and that application. Because he always says, embrace the grind. And that means powering through even when you're the worst at something, even when you begin to hate it because of how disappointed you are in yourself. So because of that, and because I learned that lesson only after I became an adult, that also translates as to why I'm so ambitious now and why I put so much focus into my education, my businesses, my careers now.
That's wonderful. Because, you know, one of the purposes of life is to, you know, be what you want to be and to get whatever you want, whatever you need, you know, in life. So yeah, go, more power, Ash.
Hashtag exceptionally empowered Filipina.
There you go. Miss World Philippines. Okay. Okay, here's a fun question. I have an imaginary box in front of me, Ashley. What's inside of it?
Probably some food, because that's what I'm thinking about.
What kind of food?
Sushi or ramen. You know, ramen, definitely ramen, because they say that with ramen, you can't eat it the day before a shoot or a show, or even if you don't want to look bloated. And I've always loved Japanese food, so you can have what I can't have.
It's funny because, well, you know, I think you've heard of those three evils of the food world. Was it flour, salt, and sugar? So if you eat anything that is made of those three ingredients, especially if you're competing in a pageant, you better stay away from those three ingredients. Because when you eat bread, it literally expands in your stomach. So stay away from it. Eat nothing but plants. Plant-based diet is the best.
And the message from that, stay away from hungry beauty queens.
Otherwise, they're going to get really very aggressive and angry. Okay, stay away from them. Here's a good question. We all tend to judge people by appearance. But by what standards do you judge yourself?
I think it's normal for every girl to base her beauty standards on what she sees, whether it be her Barbie dolls, the actor she sees on her TV, or social media. But I think as I've come into my womanhood, I've come to this place where, you know what? I'm going to decide what I want to look like. I'm going to choose what I want. I can accept criticism. I will not tolerate negativity meant to put me down. And I can embrace compliments too, should I so please. I think as we grow more confident and as we learn more about the world, that is when we can pick and choose righteously.
When you were younger, especially when you were a little girl, did you have as much confidence as you have right now?
Absolutely not. It's also why I probably had no friends.
But thank God you had your mother to guide you to the right path, right?
Yes, isn't that
So
such a cool
you
thing
owe
to
it a
say in
lot.
class? My best friend is my mommy.
That's right. That's right. We all need our mommies. We can't live without them. That's great. Ashley, enough about these stupid, serious questions. Let's have some fun and let's play some games, girl. First game is, of course, you played this game before. It's called This or That. Okay, so I name two things and you tell me which you prefer. First one, Ashley, Pilates or yoga?
Neither. I'd rather jump rope, but I'm not good at either of those things.
Oh, really? Not even yoga? You've never tried stretching your body, like your head all the way to the back and
I took a
stretching your
yoga class in
limbs?
high school and then I left the class after 2 days.
Really?
Whoops.
Okay. I would recommend to do some simple breathing exercises to help you focus, to help you clear your mind. It helps a lot. It's the same tip that I tell all my pageant girls that I coach. So yeah, breathing exercises, breathe in, breathe out, stuff. And think of positive thoughts. That always helps. Okay. Think of that crown. Think of winning, girl. Think of winning. Next one. Morning person or night owl?
Probably night owl, but when I say night owl, you know how owls cuddle in their own feathers? I like to cuddle in my bed with my dog and some ice cream and some movies. I do not have the energy to be out socializing at nighttime. I need my me time.
Exactly. Every princess needs a beauty sleep. Just remember. Staycation or glamping?
Glamping.
Yeah.
There's something calming about nature, but I mean, I need a nice toilet and I need a clean shower.
Thank you. Thank you. I know people ask me, Rafa, why did you go camping with us? What do you mean camping out in the woods? Hell no. I want all these comforts in life. We live in the 21st century. Is there going to be a Wi-Fi connection at the camp? I need some Wi-Fi, okay? All this little, electricity and hot water. Yeah, that'll be fine. Yeah. This one, travel alone or travel with friends?
Travel with friends as long as we've got money. Because when you're traveling on a budget, especially with friends, my goodness, things can get impatient and heated real quickly.
Exactly. Now, have you traveled much? Have you visited other countries?
Yes, I'm fortunate to have started traveling since I was 2 months because I would go back and forth from the States to the Philippines, between my mother and my father. But I've also been privileged to explore lots of other countries in different states and other countries as well.
That's great. That's wonderful. Have you been to Massachusetts?
Yes, I have been to Boston, but I was very, very young. I'll have to go back.
Okay. Well, just in case you're in the area, give me a call. I'll give you a tour.
I'll call you. Gotta show me where the good foodie spots are.
That's right. TikTok or YouTube?
YouTube, because I don't have enough storage on my iPhone to download TikTok. So I don't have it.
I totally agree. I was tempted to sign up for TikTok, but then I did some research about this app. And I think they use it as a spyware. It's made in China.
Yes, I've heard that.
So I tend to be very, very cautious. I don't want my personal information out there. I really don't care how much money I make with all the silly TikTok videos, but I don't want any of my information out there. Okay, TikTok. So YouTube all the way. Big party or a small gathering?
Small gathering because I love having conversations with people, but my voice has its limits. Nobody can hear me at a big party, especially not over Dua Lipa.
Why don't you get one of those loudspeakers? Hello.
Oh my God. And be that girl. I might as well be the girl who jumps on top of the table and starts dancing.
Wait, okay, as a Filipino, do you like karaoke?
Of course. Who doesn't? It's part of our childhood, even if I can't sing.
Well, listen, as long as you can read the lyrics, hey, you're all set, right? Okay. Okay. A lot of people don't know, but Filipino invented karaoke. Okay. Just putting it out there. Okay.
And I'm pretty sure the universal favorite karaoke song is Dancing Queen by ABBA.
Oh, of course, me too. Me too. Simple lyrics, simple melody. It's very, very danceable. That's great. That's great. Last one. Lipstick or lip gloss?
Lip gloss. Keep it simple. Sometimes your lipstick may wear out the day, but at least a gloss helps bring out your eyes.
That's right. We all could use a lip gloss. Game number 2, Ash. Would you rather?
Okay.
Ashley, would you rather switch bodies with your mom or your dad?
Probably my mom. I've always been curious how it is to be her height because she's still taller than me at 5'11".
She is tall. Yeah, does she still has that gown that she wore when she competed in Miss World? Would you be able to fit into that gown?
No, that was an Oscar de la Renta, and it was borrowed from Madame Stella Arnetta.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's great. Would you rather always be 10 minutes late or always be 20 minutes early?
10 minutes late because we're on Filipino time. And I hate it when people are early because they make me feel late. I think it's fair.
Well, especially if you're competing in a pageant and the schedule of activities are really very rigorous, that you have to show up at 8 o'clock. You have to show up at 8 o'clock, not 7:55 or 8:01, 8 o'clock exactly. Okay. So in America, as you know, we're always very punctual. We always focus on time. We're obsessed with getting on time. So that's good. Ashley, would you rather have the ability to talk to animals or become an animal?
Talk to animals. I need to tell my dog to make sure he pees on the pee pad, ensure he knows the difference between a carpet mat and a pee pad, and tell him to stop being so picky.
Oh, is he picky? Does he pick his own food?
As I said, he is as spoiled as they come.
That's great. Would it be nice though if you get to win Miss World Philippines and you get to bring him with you to the competition?
Of course, I'll be like
awesome.
Sharpay Evans from High School Musical because she has a Yorkie too.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, Yorkies are adorable. Yeah, cool. All right. Ashley, would you rather be born again in the same country or a different one of your choosing?
Actually, I would have been born in the same country because my mom gave birth to me in the States, then I lived in the Philippines and back in the States and back in the Philippines. And I think that even the back and forth, as stressful as it could have been, I really embrace my multicultural traits.
Good answer. This is interesting. Would you rather have telekinesis, the ability to move things with your mind, or telepathy, the ability to read people's minds?
I would rather move things with my mind. I think that when you know too much about people, it can become pretty uninteresting very quickly.
Right, exactly. That's true. That's true. I totally agree. Ashley, would you rather find true love today or win the lottery next year?
Win the lottery next year? I'm 22, honey. I've got all the time in the world to find true love. But right now, I'm married to the crown. And aside from my other careers, I need some money to make more investments.
That's right. That's right. I totally agree. You have to think about your future. That is
Mhm.
so important. That's great. Good advice. Ashley, would you rather get a good morning text or a good night text from the person that you're dating?
Why would I have to settle and only choose one? I choose both. I expect both.
You expect both.
Mhm.
uh, are you dating somebody right now?
Secret.
Well, I hope this person is not an obstacle to your dream of winning a crown, right?
Same here.
Good. All right. Third game. This is fun. Give me a wrong answer. The
Okay.
purpose of this game is basically to let people know that it's okay to be wrong sometimes.
Okay.
Because people
Mhm.
are so obsessed with getting the right things all the time. It's okay to be
Mhm.
wrong. It's okay. It's okay not to be okay. All right.
Okay.
Ashley, first question. Wrong answer. Tell me, why did the chicken cross the road?
Maybe he was hungry, or maybe he was running away from someone else who was hungry.
Okay, that's good. That's a good wrong, not necessarily a wrong answer, but it's a possibility. So it's kind of like neutral. Question number two, Ashley. Please tell me, how do you cook rice? Wrong answer.
Obviously, you don't wash it and strain it. That's just the dumbest thing. What's the point of washing rice if you're boiling it in water?
Hello, people. That's true. That is so wrong. I love it. Question number three, wrong answer. Ashley, tell me, where is Iceland located?
Um, well, obviously it has to be icy because it's called Iceland. I mean, why would they call a place Greenland if it's not gonna be green? Duh.
Did you know that those countries were actually confused with each other? Iceland is supposed to be Greenland and Greenland is supposed to be Iceland. Yeah. So
There must
I
have
went to,
been some
yeah,
mix up in due processing.
exactly, exactly. And when I went to Iceland, for a few days, it's like, everything looks so green, at least in the capital area. Where the hell is all the ice? So I thought it was funny. Next question. This is fun. Give me a wrong answer, Ashley. What does the fox say?
Ding, 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 ding. Sorry, you said a wrong answer, but I just couldn't help myself.
I remember that song. That song was stuck in my mind forever. Like ding, 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 ding.
I still don't even think those are what foxes actually sound like, if my memories from watching National Geographic are correct.
Right. Yeah. Next one. Wrong answer. Ashley, when are you getting married?
As soon as I win Miss World, I'm ready for it.
Oh my God, is that for real? No.
This is an engagement ring, but it was actually my mother's engagement ring from my father, and I wear it. So, opportune moment.
What kind of stone is it? It's pretty.
It's a sapphire in the middle and surrounded by diamonds. So it's like a Princess Diana ring.
Oh, that's pretty. That's pretty.
Thank you.
Yeah. Are you going to wear it when you compete?
It doesn't match my dress, so maybe for the blue crown.
Hey, you never know. You never know. Ashley, last question. Wrong answer, please. Who will win Miss World Philippines 2022? Wrong answer.
Certainly not me.
Awesome. Listen. Okay, I know your schedule is very busy. And as much as I want to prolong this interview, I think I would like to invite you back after you win, for sure.
Thank you. Have you actually call my people?
Yeah, exactly. Somebody posted, said she is the one to beat Miss World Philippines. Yay!
I know that's a compliment, but I'm thinking, no, please don't beat me. This is my dream here.
Well, I think the stars are all going to be aligned that night, you know, for that crown to go on your pretty head. So,
Thank you.
yeah. So the main key is basically just focus on your goal, and you know, just ignore all the bashings, all the negativity. You know, there's really no space for that. You know, on your journey to your crown. So before I let you go, darling, is there like a message that you would like to convey to your followers from all over the world?
Obviously, I'm so thankful and so grateful for every single one of you for supporting me, even through my lowest points. But an important message that I want to share is thank you so much for exercising your right to vote. I understand some people are very happy with the results and some people are disappointed. But what matters is if you feel comfortable exercising your right to vote as a responsible citizen, then that is the first step towards taking actions towards what you believe should be done in this country and in our world. So thank you. Maraming salamat po.
Wonderful. Thank you. And dear Critical Beauty Salon viewers, please follow Ashley's journey to the Miss World Philippines crown. Follow her on her social media. Her Instagram is Ashley Subijano. Ashley Subijano. And you also have a Facebook page, I believe, right?
So you can find me at Ashley Subijano Montenegro.
Montenegro. And of course, the official website of Miss World Philippines. And, you know, all the activities are going to be posted. And we are all so excited to watch the show. Hopefully they will broadcast it live. And hopefully it won't be as dragging and long as the last time. Hello, that was like 6 hours long.
I was there in Subic, you know, last year. So it really was very strenuous. It still was a beautiful show, but I do know that this year we have hired a new production team to run the show. So
that's great.
Things will certainly be different this year.
Yeah, and because we don't want to see like beauty queens fainting on stage, okay? Or collapsing because of hunger. Because of hunger or lack of energy. I hope you're pretty much well equipped with energy bars, right? In between, so you all need energy.
No calorie energy bars.
No calorie energy bars, plant-based preferably. So that's good. Listen, I'm gonna get you the biggest virtual hug and virtual kisses, sending you a lot of positive energy and thoughts on your way. And I have a feeling you're gonna get it. You're gonna get one of these crowns, you know. So
thank you very much. Oh my God, come say hi.
Hi, PJ.
Hello, he's so proud of his new haircut.
Oh my God, he's so adorable. He's so cute. Wonderful. Hi. PJ. So I'm going to upload this video once it's done, and I'm going to tag you so you can share it with everybody. And again, good luck. And we'll be talking to each other one of these days again. All right?
Of course. Thank you again so much for inviting me. It was an honor.
Okay. Love you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.